Hello everybody and welcome. Today we're going to be doing some stretches, some modified yoga poses. These are for all ages, so you will always have the chair assistants either sitting in the chair or standing next to the chair, and then we'll finish with a quiet little meditation at the end. So I've got some soft music in the background for you. We won't have any interruption from the dogs today, so let's go ahead and begin seated in our chair. As always, please make sure that you have a sturdy chair to sit in that's not going to move, that you can sit in comfortably. So go ahead and relax your feet down flat on the floor. You can relax your hands into your lap. We're just going to start with a deep inhale and a long exhale. Let's do that again. Inhale. Fill the rib cage. Exhale. Release it out. All right, from here, let's lengthen the spine, reach all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, release back down. Let's do that again. Slowly and smoothly, inhale. Exhale, back down. Good. All right, this time we're going to reach up, hold that position at the top. Lengthen your spine. And now just lean over to one side as far as you're comfortable going. And lean over to the other side again, just going as far as you're comfortable. And come back to center. Now bend the elbows. Take a hold of the elbows with your hands. And if your shoulders feel okay, go ahead and do a slight stretch back. Breathing. Good. From here, let's reach forward, relaxing the shoulders down, just holding that tabletop pose. Shoulders are away from the ears. And then slowly let yourself come down. Now we're going to continue to keep the head above the heart, but you can let your back relax a little bit here. Bring the hands to the knees, and let's just round and slowly roll all the way back up. Inhale. Exhale, release back down. Again, head above the heart, but you can relax the back. Inhale, round as you slowly move back up. Take your time with it. And exhale, release back down. Good, let's do that one more time. Round. Inhale. All the way up and exhale, release back down. Great job. And then coming back to a neutral spine, slowly come all the way back up. Excellent. All right, let's move a bit forward in our chair here for a moment. We're going to grab the hands together behind the back, slightly leaning forward, just a gentle lift there, however much you are comfortable with. Now come back up. Keeping the hands still together behind the back. Bring one ear towards the shoulder and then angle it so your chin is pointing down towards your shoulder. You're looking toward the floor, and go the other way. So now you're rotating and looking up toward the ceiling. As always, just stay in comfortable range of motion as you move back and forth. Continuing to breathe deeply. Back to center. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Begin with ear to shoulder, then rotate down. The chin is pointing towards the shoulder as you look toward the floor, and back up and look toward the ceiling. Stay in your own comfortable range of motion and move at your own pace always. Remember to continue breathing deeply. Let's do one more of those. Release the hands out at any point if it's a bit too much for your shoulders, and just do the neck movement. All right, let's come back to center. And now we're just going to tuck the chin down toward the chest. Tucking in towards the collarbones. Go ahead and release those hands and just press your palms down towards the floor with your shoulders away from your ears as far as you can. Inhale. And exhale. Good. All right. Bring the head back up. We're going to move back in the chair and do our seated eagle pose. So do as much of this as your joints will allow you to do pain-free. We're going to go ahead and start with one leg crossing over the other. Then if you feel okay with this, you can also tuck the foot back around behind again. You don't have to do that part if it's a little bit too much for your mobility. Then we're going to take the other arm across. All right, so if you have the right leg crossing over the left, you're going to cross the left arm over the right. So we're doing opposites. You're going to start here, and then your options from here, you may either just do a hug, you may just touch the backs of the forearms, or if you're comfortable, you can come all the way back around so that you are touching the palms. Again, it's up to your mobility, and if you're still feeling good, go ahead and lift those elbows and look up toward the ceiling and lengthen your spine as much as you're able to. Inhale. Exhale. Very nice job. Go ahead and release out the arms and legs. We'll do the other side. So again, we're doing opposites. So if you're crossing the left leg over, either just crossing at the knees, the upper legs, or if you're okay with also bringing that foot back around behind, go ahead and do that. And then the opposite arm, in this case it's the right arm. Again, options either hug, touch the backs of the hands, or if you're comfortable, come all the way around and bring the palms together. Then lift the elbows, lengthen your spine, look up. Very nice. Deep breath in, release out, and you may uncross. Good job there. All right, let's go ahead and extend forward. We're going to have the soles of the feet down towards the floor, just stretching those legs forward. Inhale, reaching all the way up, and exhale. This time forward folding, letting yourself just relax down. Keeping that head above the heart. Inhale. Relax the back as you exhale. And slowly round and come all the way up. Good. All right, let's bring the feet in under the knees. We're going to do a rotation next. So we're going to bring the hands to the outside of the leg, rotate and look over one shoulder, breathing through it. And same thing to the other side, hands on the outside of the legs for a bit of leverage, and turn and look over your shoulder. And come back to center. All right, let's do a few cat-cow movements. We're going to bring the hands to the knees, and just like earlier, we're going to round the back. As you round, tuck the chin down towards your chest, tuck the tailbone under, so you're making a C curve with your spine as you inhale. As you exhale, bring the forearms down to the legs, flatten out or arch the back, and look forward. So you're moving back and forth. Rounding as you inhale, and flattening out or arching the back as you exhale. Inhale and round. Exhale and flatten. Good. Let's do one more of those. Inhale and exhale. Very nice. Now you can roll all the way up. Bring the arms down to the sides. Sit all the way up, and we're going to just start with an alternating arm shoulder roll front to back. So always front to back to open up through the chest and the shoulder. Just continue breathing deeply through it. Now let's expand to a full arm reach. Slowly windmilling back. Really focus on opening up there. Always front to back. Good. And now, just circling those wrists gently. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. and circle the other way. Very good. All right, relax those arms back down. This time we're just going to move loosely side to side. So just a bit more dynamic, but still just gentle. One more each side. Good. All right, let's do a stretch for the hip, the piriformis, and the outer glute. Go ahead and move all the way back in your chair. Remember that the modification for this is just to cross at the ankles. So if this is a bit too much for you to bring the foot all the way up, or it's super tight, just go ahead and cross at the ankles. Then from here, we're going to lengthen the spine and hip hinge forward. So make sure that you're not rounding forward at all. We're just leaning forward just to a comfortable stretch. And if you get a lot of tightness here or a lot of tension, you can always release it and go back into it again as many times as you need to. Breathing and just slowly let yourself sink down. And then from here, go ahead and just rotate at the ankle. And change direction. And then slowly come back up. All right, great job. Let's go ahead and switch to the other side. Again, the modification, if you need it, just crossing at the ankles. And then remember to lengthen the spine, hinging forward at the hips rather than rounding through the upper back and shoulders. You're going to feel a lot of tension. That's okay. This is a very common tight area. So just gently work your way into it. Even if you can't go very far, do as much as you can. And again, if you need to release it and go back into the stretch, go ahead and do that. Breathing into it, and then add the ankle rotations there. And change direction. And try to lean into your stretch just a little bit more. And then slowly come all the way back up. All right, let's bring both feet down. We're going to go back to the upper body and abdominal stretches. So we're going to go back to this side. Rotate so you're reaching up and over. And now rotate back so you're looking up toward the ceiling. Press your palm up. Good. And come back to center. And we're just stretching the arm across in front. Just relax the fingers. If you want, you can just move them gently. And release that side out. Reach the other arm up and over. Start with that big stretch for the side of the body. And rotate back so you're looking up and pressing the palm up. And come back up. And stretch that arm across in front, just stretching the front of the shoulder. Again, if you like, you can just gently move the fingers around. It's up to you. Good. All right, go ahead and release that out. This time we're just going to roll both shoulders, big circles front to back. All right, great job. We're going to come up to the standing position. Please take a break if you need to grab some water. As always, make sure that you stay hydrated. Very, very important. All right, so we're going to go into our tree pose next. So you can feel free to either do it behind the chair for the most support. I'm going to come to one side of the chair so that you can see it a little bit better. Either one is fine. So you're going to go ahead and shift over to your standing leg. And we're going to bring the other foot up. So you have the option to keep the toes down on the floor. If you feel comfortable, you can come up a little bit higher so that your foot is below the knee, or if you still want a little bit more, above the knee is fine also, as long as you're not pressing on the knee itself. Then open as far as you're okay with. Don't feel like you have to force it all the way open. And when you're ready, one or both hands into center. Feel free to use the chair as much as you need to. Extra balance challenge. Continue standing on that one leg and try closing the eyes. See how that feels. This should make it significantly harder for you. That's good. All right, now open the eyes, and from here, we're just going to rotate the shoulders and the head head to the right, or excuse me, whichever direction is going towards your non-standing leg. In this case, it's my left. Come back to center, and then other direction. Just adding an extra balance challenge here. All right, good job. Let's go ahead and step down. We'll switch to the other side. Again, if you're behind the chair, you can stay right there. If you're off to the side of the chair, move to the other side. We're going to start again by either bringing the foot up with the toes touching the floor, or below the knee, or above the knee. Do what's right for you. Then open as far as you're able to. Just go into a comfortable position there. Then one or both hands coming to center. Make sure you keep the spine lengthened here. Continue to breathe deeply. And when you're ready, that extra challenge is closing the eyes. Good. You can open your eyes. We're going to remain on that one leg while we do our rotations. Turning to one side, shoulders and head are moving, looking in the same direction as your upper body's turning. Come back to center. Let's do the other thing. Let's do the other side. Same thing. And coming back to center. Excellent. All right, go ahead and step down. You can shake out the legs. Okay, so we're going to go into a warrior pose series here. Again, please feel free to stay behind your chair so that you can always use it if you need it for support. If you don't need it, you don't have to use it. I'm going to move it out of my way so that you can see what I'm doing, but you always have that option. So go ahead and turn to one side. We're going to step forward with one foot and back with the other foot. Now that back foot, you can go ahead and angle it out a little bit so you have a bit wider base of support here. Good. Let's go ahead and start by bending that front knee. Rotate your shoulders so your upper body is facing in the same direction as your front knee. And we're going to begin by just reaching up, lifting the chest. Relax the shoulders away from the ears as you look up. Weight is evenly distributed between your feet. And now rotating back. Good. Now bring the arms down so your hands are level with your shoulders. Your shoulders are back, your chest is lifted here, so you're in basically a warrior two pose. You're breathing here. Good. Now from here, straighten that front leg. So you have both legs straight. You're going to reach the front hand down towards your foot, going as far as you're comfortable, and reach the other hand up toward the ceiling with the option to look up towards your hand if you would like to. Inhale, exhale, release that out and slowly come up. We're going to move to the other direction so that your back hand is resting against the back leg. The front arm is reaching up and over with the palm facing in towards you, and you have that option to look up towards your hand. Excellent job. You may step out of that. Let's just loosely move side to side here for a moment before we move to the other side. All right, so taking a 180-degree turn, we're going to begin again with that split stance, one foot forward, one foot back. That back foot can be slightly angled out about 45 degrees. Now rotate the hips so that you're facing towards your front leg and bend that front knee. And we're going to begin again with that big reach up. Lifting the chest, bringing the shoulders down away from the ears so that you're not shrugging up. Make sure that you're breathing deeply through this and your weight is evenly distributed between your feet. And moving into more of a warrior two pose. Open back out, bring the shoulders down, hands level with the shoulders. Look towards your front hand, and if you like, bend that front knee a little bit more. Now, straightening that front leg, bring that front hand down, rotate and reach that back hand up toward the ceiling with the option to look up towards your hand. If you're okay, you can even go a little bit deeper down towards the floor. Chair is always there if you need it. And slowly come back up. Let's go the other way. The back hand reaching to the back of the leg. Front hand reaching up with the palm facing in towards you. Look up if you like. And release that out. All right, you can step in. Again, let's just loosely move side to side. All right, so we are going to use our chair for the next one. We're going to go into our standing cat-cow and then our standing downward dog, our modified downward dog. So bringing the hands to the top of the chair, you're going to begin with a small step back with both feet. Just like we were doing when we were seated, we're going to tuck the chin and tuck the tailbone under so that you're rounding the back into a C curve. That's your cat pose. And then for the cow pose, you're you're flattening out the back, pressing the hips back, look forward with the neck in neutral. Make sure you're not hyperextending your neck. And then move back and forth. Inhale as you round. Exhale as you flatten out or arch the back. And round. And flatten out or arch the back. Good. One more time. And come back to neutral spine. All right, so from here we're going to go into our modified downward dog. So take another step back with both feet. If you've been doing any of the cardio videos or the weight videos, you know that I love to do this one. You're going to press the hips back. So the goal is lengthening your spine this time. Try to bring your ears down by your arms and focus on stretching out the shoulders, the back, the hamstrings, the calves. If it's a bit tight, you can soften the knees slightly there. Good. And slowly roll all the way back up as you step in. Take your time with it. And again, we'll just roll those shoulders front to back. Good job on those. All right, let's come back around and have a seat now. Again, if you need to take a little break and hydrate, please feel free to do that at any point. Make sure that you're staying hydrated throughout your day. Very, very important to do that. All right, so we're going to move forward in the chair, and this time we're going to use the back of the chair to help us. Grab a hold of it, rotate the shoulders back. Just a gentle stretch there, opening through the chest and shoulders. And release that out. All right, from here, we're going to elevate the shoulders up towards the ears, and then release all the way back down. Good. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you lower. One more time. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you lower. And then going back into that tabletop pose. Lean forward. And slowly move down. Just like before, we're releasing the lower back, but keeping the head above the heart. Relax your neck. And then move all the way back up at your own pace. Move back. And we'll finish with some quiet meditation here. So you're going to find a comfortable position in your chair. Relax your feet down flat on the floor. You can either just relax your hands on your legs with palms down. If you like to take a little meditation posture, that's fine too. Whatever you like. Now you have the option to keep the eyes open with a soft gaze, not really focusing on anything, or if you'd like, you can close the eyes. Whatever feels best for you. Sometimes I'll do both, a few minutes of each when I'm doing my meditation. And when you do do this on your own, feel free to light candles or play soft music. I like to have one of the salt lamps on and some fairy lights and just kind of make my own little space. Daily meditation is a wonderful, relaxing, stress-relieving thing to do. Now, as we're sitting here, you're aware of your feet touching the floor or the carpet, whatever you're on. You're going to consciously relax the shoulders down away from the ears, ensuring that you don't have any tension in your neck. No tension in your upper back. We've got a rainy day here, so the sound of the rain is kind of relaxing as well. Now relax your tongue and your jaw. Make sure that you're not tightening up there. Resting against the legs. Be aware of the back and hips resting against your chair. Make sure there's no tension there. Relaxing the legs and the feet and the toes. Deepening your breathing even further. You can breathe through your nose or your mouth or a combination. Whatever feels right for you. As you inhale, expand and lift the rib cage. And slowly release it out with a long exhale. Removing as much air as you can with that breath. Again, a full inhale. And a long exhale. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Ready, you could open your eyes or bring your awareness back to the room. Lift your chin and lengthen your spine. Good. Let's finish with our final sun salutations. Begin by bringing the hands into center. Inhale as you reach all the way up. Exhale. Return the hands back to center. And again, inhale and exhale. One last time. Inhale and exhale. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.